That's right. It's time to have ourselves a real good time. Playoff hopes alive. Around the world, we left them with no doubts. Yeah, this aura surrounds. There's chemistry. So Bears, take a bow. Keep winning, cause we're having the best times. Having the best times. Stomp the Jaguars, now heading to our bye. Future looks brighter. This winning streak now ticks up to 3. Racing to the bar, spirits high. It's Victory Monday. Belief has grown, grown, grown. You can't stop this team. A win and now our bye. Yeah, he drew 4 OTDs. That's why he got the keys to this franchise. I think that Paul's got this one right. So tell me, have I made a super fan out of you? So Bears, take a bow. I'm having the best times. Out of work I did call. Keep winning now with 18 throwing these dimes. We could win them all. So Bears, take a bow. Keep winning, cause we're having the best times. Out of work today I'll call the Bears. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition of On the Grass. I am your host and resident superfan, Dave Swerski, and I am excited that you're here with me today to talk football and mainly talk about our beloved team, the Bears. On today's show, we're going to celebrate the win this Sunday in London and nerd out on some stats together, and we'll also check out how I did in my picks last week. Spoiler alert, I crushed it. And we'll make some picks for week 7, even though our Bears are on a bye. But before we get going too far, please do subscribe and make sure you like this video and drop a "the Bears" in the comments below. Let's go! I'm excited to see the pics of you all in your Dave Swerski merch soon too, so if you have decided to support what I'm doing here by ordering your own, be sure to post a story to Instagram once you get yours and tag me at Dave Swerski so as I can see these new fits and how they're looking on all my friends out there. Link in description to get your own, and I'm still waiting on my own myself, so by the time I get back next week I should hopefully have them to show you. And on that note, another quick housekeeping item before we really get into things today is that we have come to the bye week. And old Dave is not gonna lie to you all. I'm a bit excited to take a quick break myself as the start of the season has been full go all day long for this guy. So you won't be seeing as much of me, but I'll be back with a game preview for our week 8 matchup, and then we will get back to normal from there with the parodies, the analysis, and the on the grass. I truly gotta thank you all for your support of my videos and my cameo and my merch. It means a lot to have such a good crew of Bears fans and friends supporting what I do. If you're newer to the Dave Swerski experience, welcome to the super fandom. If you've been watching along since last year, then I owe you one, cause you and your support from the start are the reason that I have kept doing this. Alright, my friends, let's get into it, shall we? The Bears went to London and came out of the land of tea and crumpets with a win. We are 4-2 as we head into the bye week, and that feels oh so much better than 3-3 would have felt. Now, I know the Jags are not a team that we should get too excited about beating, but we didn't just beat them, we pummeled them. And we looked damn good doing it. And half our secondary was second string. And Caleb had a heck of a game himself. The hits just keep on coming, and it's okay to be excited about it, my friends. I have been a Bears fan for many, many years. And it's true, we may get excited about a lot of things, and we usually have equal parts hope and anxiety about a lot of different scenarios that our team has found themselves in over the years. But this is truly the first time I can remember where I see a brighter future than I thought was possible. Now, I'm gonna start today with the defense. As Montez Sweat said, the menaces of the Midway. Let's just dive into the nerdery for a second and appreciate these numbers from this year for Tofflus and his defensive unit. 7th in yards allowed on average per game. 6th in passing yards allowed per game. 10th in rush yards allowed per game. 5th in scoring defense. 7th in red zone defense. 6th in third down defense. And 6th in turnover differential. That's top 10 rankings for these menaces of the Midway through 6 weeks in all of those categories. Just amazing. And the reason we've been so close in those 2 games that we lost, and why we were able to beat the 4 teams that we've beat now. So now let's talk about the rook behind center, Caleb Williams. Once again, the guy keeps getting more comfortable, it would seem, as he completed 23 of 29 attempts for 226 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also threw to 8 different receivers in the game. He also became the first rookie in Bears history to have 3 consecutive 100-plus passer ratings. He's thrown the most TD passes by a Bears rookie in any 3-game span, 7, or 4-game span, 9, all time. He's the 3rd Bears rookie QB ever to throw 4 TDs in a game, and the last time was in 1999 with Cade McNown. Only 2 Bears QBs have 2 or more games with multiple passing TDs in their rookie season in the Super Bowl era. Caleb now has 3, and the punky QB himself and Super Bowl champ Jim McMahon with 3 in 1982. Williams also joined RG3 as the only rookie QB since the merger to record a game with 4 passing TDs, 50 rushing yards, and a completion rate of 75% or better. In week 6, he finished with the best completion percentage in the NFL, and according to ESPN QBR ratings, he had the 2nd best last week to Brock Purdy. I've said it many times here before, but the future is bright, my friends. I know we have had a string here of not stellar opponents, but it doesn't take away from the growth that we've seen. And I'm very confident that we will continue to see it, even if there are moments here and there where his rookie will show. I also think Rome is going to explode soon. Once they really figure out who's who in this offense and who does what best in terms of the wide receiver group, I just think Rome's upside with his height, contested catch ability, and his speed will make him an amazing weapon for us later this year and definitely into the future. The leading receiver for the Bears this past Sunday was the gent who kinda looks like Clark Kent, Cole Kmet. He brought in 5 of 5 targets for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also played long snapper and is now the special teams player of the week. Now, who could have predicted that?
I see a big game coming for the gent who kinda looks like Clark Kent.
Swift once again had a great game too, going over 100 total yards once again for 91 on the ground and adding 21 through the air. I think someone may have predicted that as well.
Swift will have a big game again. Heck, Caleb might just throw for 500.
Again, I'm a football genius, what can I say? And the wily old vet, Keenan Allen, finally arrived to the party, hauling in all 5 of his targets as well for 41 yards and 2 touchdowns too. All in all, a really great confidence-building performance by our guys in blue and orange on Sunday in London. Now, as a fantasy football manager and someone who has many Bears on their teams, I will say I think this trend of the ball going to one guy each week and then switching to another guy the next week may continue, so be warned. My best fantasy advice for other Bears player owners is Caleb's the one you really want because he benefits from anyone catching it, obviously. And second to that is Swift, as he's finally finding holes behind that line and getting the ball in the pass game too. If you're in a PPR league like me, Swift has a ton of upside and you may be able to trade for him since he's on a bye and had a few bad weeks to start the season. Owners of him might still remember the hurt of the first 3 weeks and be willing to make a deal. Just saying. So now we get to ride into this bye week staying high on the supply of good vibes from this win. Let's go! As it turns out, in the good and bad news of the day, we play in the best division in the NFL. With all 4 teams in the NFC North at 4-2 or better, this is an insanely good start for all 4 teams. All 4 teams are plus 40 or better in point differential right now, and no other teams in the NFL are plus 40 or better. That's insane! All 4 teams rank in the top 7 in turnover margin. And on defense, the Packers, Bears, and Vikings are ranked 1, 2, 3 in takeaways right now. Now, there has only been one divisional game thus far, as most of our matchups are stacked up into the later part of the season. But it's just crazy how well all 4 teams are doing currently. And a lot of naysayers will come to us Bears fans saying we haven't played anyone real yet and blah, blah, blah. But the stats don't lie. It's the best division in football right now. And it's going to be super exciting to see us start to match up against one another head to head to see who comes out on top at the end of the season. Spoiler alert, it will be the Bears. Stop. Bears. Ha! Alright, so let's move on to the action around the NFL last weekend and my picks. My friends, I went and totally redeemed myself last weekend after a few weeks of bad picks by going 13-1 last week. The only game I got wrong was the Packers losing, which I'm fine with being wrong with because I'll never pick them to win. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. But yes, that's right. Your football genius friend and superfan Dave Swerski is back on top after a killer week last week. So let's see how I do on a week our beloved team isn't in the mix. So we'll start with Thursday Night Football with the Saints beating the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the rookie Drake May surprising the Jags and beating them in London. That defense is bad. As we just talked about with our NFC North, we have a huge divisional game this weekend with the Lions and the Vikings. This one is in Minnesota and they have an insane defense versus the kind of insane kneecap biting offense of the Lions. So I say Minnesota pulls this one out in a close one. Although I prefer for them both to lose, but what can you do? Bills smashed the Titans. Colts beat the Dolphins. Falcons beat the Seahawks. Texans trampled the Packers. Bengals beat the Browns. The Giants miraculously pull off the upset and beat the Eagles. Rams beat up on the Raiders. Commanders win against Carolina in the rematch of the Super Bowl in San Fran against the Chiefs. I think the Niners get the best of them and win a close one. Pretty excited to watch this one, I gotta say. I think the Steelers will win another ugly close game with the New York Packers. Oh, I mean the Jets. Ugh. Ravens will win a close one against the Bucs, and the Cardinals beat the Chargers to finish out the week on the second Monday Night Football game. Let's go! Now, once again, I will be taking next week off, so we will take a look back at my picks in a couple weeks. This superfan feels like maybe I've earned a week off too. Bye, 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 bye. All right, my friends, that's gonna do it for today. Be kind to one another and be kind to yourself too. And enjoy the bye week, my friends. I will see you soon. The Bears.